Okay, good. Well, today I'll complete 15,000 feet, which is half of the challenge, which is 30,000 feet, climbing roughly the height of Everest, which is 29,030 something feet. I do this climbing machine 6 times in a session. I use various positions and strengtheners depending on whatever level my legs can cope with. So it's every time I've done a session of a week, which I've got to do 5 weeks worth, and I'm 2.5 weeks obviously. I jack it up a little bit and make it a little more difficult for myself. And now at this time I'm climbing on here now 250 feet, which takes me about 4 minutes 30 seconds, but I do 5 minutes, give rounded figures, and then I do some weights of varying levels again, just to help my core strength, and then I come back and do another 250. So at the end of a session I'll have done 1,500 feet, do it 4 times a week, which is 6,000 feet, and over 5 weeks, 6 5s is 30,000 feet. And this is my bit. We're raising money on crowdfunding at the moment. I think actual crowdfunding has given us about £1,144, which I'm disappointed with, but there we go. But in general funding of other people who've chipped in, the figure goes up much better than that. So against the 3 projects we're doing, we've got to about £15,000, and our target is 100,000. But of course, the big money, so to speak, will come from the boys from Winchester College. When Mallory did his first expedition in 1921, they travelled from Mumbai to Darjeeling, and Darjeeling through Sikkim, and trekking through Tibet up as high as base camp, and then onwards on the top of Everest, which is about 2,500 kilometers. And all the boys, or many of the boys from Winchester College, on the 24th, which will be the day 100 years to the date since the Mallory team, and there were 4 ex-Winchester pupils on that trip, reached the South Col at 23,000 feet, which is the highest anybody had ever climbed in those days. So we're covering all those sort of bases, and hopefully the boys are going to run at 10 miles each, I suppose, to cover the distance on the 24th. I'll finish this nonsense on the 24th, and hopefully we'll have got enough sponsorship to sorry, it's obviously quite a challenge to talk and do this at the same time. We've got 3 projects we're fundraising for. One is to build a school in Moradabad for about 650 children. We've got the most appalling school I've ever seen. We've got to raise up to about 50,000 for that. We're going to build a farm for the nuns, Basgo, which is a nunnery that Winchester College boys helped me build, helped the trust build, or the flat trust. And then we're going to know enough the balance we will use to install artificial glaciers in 3 very remote villages in the Himalayas to combat climate change. So we're working with poverty, education, climate change. I think that's about it. It's exactly 5 minutes. So now I can pause and do some weights. Wow. Okay, do this. Excuse me, I can't talk while I'm doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 20 of those. Which keeps me going. Can't talk while I'm doing those. But the reason I do this, I'm doing this with Everest Challenge because it's so hard for us to raise money by writing hundreds of letters. Laura and I write hundreds of letters every year. So I must just tick off that I've done that session. Although I forget where I am. We keep asking everybody for money, but it seems that we have to do something ourselves to raise money. So this is what I've set myself to do. Oh. Yeah. I've done 3 sessions so far this morning of this, and we'll get up on this now. I do this on level 4 for a minute, which basically is not supporting my weight. Then I do 2 minutes level 4 with just supporting myself so I don't fall over. And then for the last 2 minutes I jack it up to level 5. It's all very good for my legs. Being 80 plus now, I have a personal philosophy that keeping fit, physically and mentally, my mental challenge is Lotus Flower Trust, gives you longevity in life. It doesn't let the devils catch up with you, knock you off. I don't know. But of course the weather's very hot at the moment, which adds to the challenge. So we need everybody's help. You know, I keep writing the letters and contacting people, but we need, I say there's no money, no charity, no projects, no help for the poor people. So it's quite a simple charity we run. We're not trying to boil the ocean. You give me some money, I'll spend it on the poor. That's as simple as that. So if you can afford a couple of bob, every penny counts. You can either send me a check to Lotus Flower Trust. You can find all about us on our website, www.lotusflowertrust.org. All the addresses and things are there. And or you can go crowdfunding, find us there, or you can send me some money to my home. The address is on there as well. Bank transfers, anything. I'll take anything, anywhere, from anybody. I normally do this in the afternoon. I've done a 4-mile walk this morning and I followed it with this. Yep, and the big challenge now is, what am I going to do next after I finish this? So I'll find something, perhaps engender people's, engender people to get people to support this charity. We've done some brilliant work over the years. We've got in the last 13 years, we've over almost nearly 80 projects, mostly in the Himalayas. We've got 1 project in Assam, 1 in Gujarat, 1 in Rajasthan, and 1 in Tamil Nadu. But the rest, over 30, are in high Himalayas of Ladakh, which is known as Little Tibet, place of high passes. I think we've got 37 projects there, and the balance is in Uttarakhand, which are the foothills. And they're a place where it's challenging. We've just been learning on the computer this morning that 50 children have died of dengue fever there yesterday, and loads more. It's such a tough place to live in. And I don't know how many people have died in COVID, but my friend Ashok Tripathi, our sort of Indian representative, he's had a heart attack and COVID. It's recovered now. I think 3 of my friends have died from COVID, and so many people have had the disease. They reckon the real figure, there's something like 4 or 5 million people have died. I don't know. A lot of people. A lot of people have lost their jobs, etc. And set that country back a few years. And we can do a little bit, only a little bit, just to help just a few. But my old friend Philip Dean, who's passed on now, he did some of our photography. He used to say, if you can help one child, that's what it's all about, just helping one child. So we reckon the figures, over 10,000 somewhere, kids we've helped over the years. Must be a lot more than that, and their parents, special needs people, brilliant special needs homes, 1 for adults, centre in Ladakh, and JSR, that's on the website. Gosh, that's a fantastic project. So we are worth investing in. I'm beginning to trip now. Okay, I'm gonna knock off. I mean, you can knock off now. I will say goodbye to you. I've just got 2 more sessions to do.